Okay. You still with me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So please just let's find this the equation. So you know what I'm going to do? Where there's Q, I'm going to sub in what? Where there's Q. So we are finding the equation. We are given a point, a turning point, and another point, which is -2 and -8. So if you are given a turning point and another point, we are saying that we're going to use this equation. First thing first, write the equation down. Then on the value of Q, where there's Q, you substitute the Y value of the TP, which is 4. So this will be AX squared plus 4. Are you still with me on that?
Yes.
Then now you're going to sub in your the given point. You're going to substitute sub the given point. And what was the given point? -2 and -8. So now if you look at that given point, it's very important that we note this is your x and this is your y. So on the equation, where you see x, you put -2, and where you see y, you put -8. So listen, the best thing that you can do if you want to master this thing, you need to practice every day. That's how you master maths. You do it every day. You understand?
Yes.
So
Yes.
now, when I do the substitution, where there's y, I put -8. Where there's x, I put -2. Then, can you see the only unknown now? It's a. We can work this thing out and solve for a. This is algebra. Make sure that you know how to isolate the variable when it comes to algebra. So this will be equals to -8. It's equals to -2 squared. That's positive 4, which will give us 4a. It's equals to, okay, 4a plus 4. Let's bring the 4 to this side to be negative. Then divide, okay, if we add the 2, we get -12. Let's divide both sides by 4. What is a? So 4 goes into 12 three times, but the answer should be, wait. This is not, uh, if the 4 comes this side, that will be -12. And then 4 goes into 12 how many times? 3 times, right?
Yes.
Okay, which gives us -3. So the answer is -3. That's the value of a. Now you can go back to the formula and substitute the value of a. Therefore, the equation becomes y is equal to, where there's a, we put -3, x squared plus 4. Do you understand how we got the equation of this?
Yes.
Should we do another example on this one?
Yes.
Okay, let's change and say, uh, let's say the equation now, the second equation looks like this, right? So if you look at this equation, it's concave down, meaning a is less than 0. So the value of a is very, very correct. So let's say we have another graph that looks like this. And then the turning point is 0 and -3. And then any other point, let's say we are given 2 and 5. Right. So let's find the equation. You are given the turning point and what? We are given the turning point and one other point. Okay. So now listen. First thing first, when you are given the turning point and one other point, you just write this equation down. Y is equal to a x squared, then you add q. Then what do we do first?
We try and find A and Q.
Okay, so but what is the first thing that we do? Just try to remember what we did on the previous problem.
Sub in
What should we substitute?
Q,
And what is the
Q,
value of Q?
Y.
The y coordinate of what?
2,5.
No, why is it 2,5? I'm trying to direct you to the answer, but you are not getting it right. Listen, let's go back to the previous question. The previous question, we said that the first thing, we take the y coordinate of the turning point, we substitute it in Q. The y coordinate was 4, we put 4. You understand?
Yes, I now see, sir.
Okay. Before we can substitute any other point, so let's try this again. What should we substitute where there's Q?
-3, because it's the
Negative
turning
3.
point.
It will be your Q. So where there's that, I'm going to substitute -3. So y is equal to ax squared, then -3. So now that we have -3, tell me, I think you can see I'm trying to change the strategy that I teach you because I want to make sure that we are on the same page. And then now tell me, what is the next thing that we can do? We need to find A. How can we find the value of A?
By subbing in X and then solving for A.
Okay, just tell me the values that we need to substitute. Which point?
X with 2.
Okay.
Sorry, with 0. No, with 2.
Then?
And then we try and solve for...
But listen,
wait.
If I
Never
substitute
mind.
this, if I substitute this with 2, then I still have two unknowns, A and Y.
Yes.
I should have one unknown, which is A. What should I put on Y?
The Y value for... for 5?
Exactly. So we're going to substitute the point 2 and 5. The other point, this is your X, this is your Y. So when I ask you a question, you just have to just go straight to your point and say, we're going to substitute the point 2 and 5. Where there's X, we put 2. Where there's Y, we put 5. Because if you are struggling to explain it like this, you're also going to have a problem when you work on it on your own. So where there's A, so where there's Y, we put 5. And where there's where there's X, we put 2. Then now, this will be 5. It's equals to 2A minus 3. The 3 comes this side to be positive. This side we still have 2A. Then this gives us 8. This gives us 2A. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. The value of A is 4. So you can see that the value of A is positive, right? So the graph is concave up. So when you substitute back to the equation, this gives us 4x squared minus 3. That's the equation of the graph. You understand?
Yes.
Right. We're going to try and do the last one because now, remember, I'm looking at how you perform. So now I'm just going to not assume that you understand. You'll see that we're going to do some of the things many times until you get it right. So let's try and work on this one. So the turning point, this is the turning point. It's 0 and 2. And then any other point, it's -1 and 1. Okay, so let's find the equation of the graph. So remember, you are given TP and TP for turning point and other point. I said that if you are given the turning point and other point, we use y is equal to ax squared plus q. So tell me, what is the first thing that we do?
We're going to try and find the values of a and q, but we're going to start on q, and we're going to substitute it with the value of of 2 on
What
the
is
turning point.
what exactly the two? We're going to start by looking at q, substitute q. Q is the y value of the turning point. So this will be y is equals to ax squared. Then we add 2. You understand, right? What is the
Yes.
next step? What should we do next?
Then we're going to substitute y and x with the second coordinate, which is -1 and 1.
We're going to sub
So,
in -1 and 1. Okay, I'm listening.
so it's now going to equal to 1 equals a brackets -1 to the power of 2 plus 2.
Nice. So this is the same as 1. It's equal to a, because -1 squared is just 1. And then we add 2. So the 2 will come this side to be negative. So this is 1 minus 2. It's a, which is a, it's -1. So the value of a is -1. Then we substitute a on this graph, on that equation. So y is equal to -1, then x squared plus 2. Are you happy with that? Do you understand how this works?
Yes.
You won't get it wrong when you get it in an exam, right?
Wait. So,
I'm listening.
oh, I see. So, why didn't you add -1 for the a? Is it because it's just 1?
Yeah, it's just 1. You don't have to write it and say -1. You just leave it like that.
Okay.
So this is type 1. So if they don't ask it like that in an exam, for type 2, for type 2, listen, you will be given, remember type 1, you are given the turning point and 1 point. So type 2, you will be given what? Roots. We are referring to the x-intercept. The x-intercept. So they'll give you the x-intercept and 1 and another point. Okay, let's just say and another point. So if you are given that, you need to use the following. You use the formula that says y is equals to a into, you're going to take x, you minus the first root, and then inside the other bracket, you're going to x minus the second root. So remember, if you are given the turning point and another point, you use this equation. And then if you are given the x-intercept and another point, this is what you use. Are you following?
Yes.
Let's do an example. Let's say that we're going to determine the equation of. So the graph will look like this. Then let's say it's concave up. And then you have the first root as -4, the second root as 4. So they'll give you another point. Let's say the given point is 6:10. Then remember, if you are given the roots are the x-intercept. As you can see from this graph, you are given the x-intercept. So we're going to use the formula y is equal to a into x minus the first root into x minus the second root. Okay, so now you just have to substitute. First thing first, you're going to say y is equal to a into x minus the first root. If the first root is negative, or if any x-intercept that is given is negative, make sure that you put it inside the bracket. So this will be minus 4. Are you with me on that?
Yes.
Then this will be x minus your second root, which is just 4. Since it's positive, you don't have to put it inside the bracket. So now you need to multiply the bracket by negative. So this will give us y, it's a into x plus 4. The other bracket will be x minus 4. Are you with me on that?
Yes.
Okay, can you see where I put the big brackets?
Yes.
This tells you that a multiplies everything inside those big brackets. So you need to use the FOIL method to work out the big bracket. So this will be x times x. You're going to say x times x, that's x squared. Then x times minus 4, that's minus 4x. Then you do the same with this 4. You multiply everything inside the second bracket by that 4. So that will be 4 times x, that's positive 4x. 4 times minus 4, that's minus 16x. Or minus 16, I'm sorry. So now I'm going to add the like terms. This is x squared. The 2 cancels, they give us 0. So this is just 0. So minus 16. Since those two are like terms, they cancel. So now this is what you have. Y is equal to a into x squared minus 16. So now that's when you're going to substitute that point to find a. You're going to sub the given point of 6 and 10. You substitute that. This is your x, this is your y. Where there's y from this equation, you put 10. And where there's x, you put 6. So this will be 6 squared minus 16. So you're going to work out the bracket and say 6 squared, that's 36, minus 16, that's 20. So this will be 20a, it's equal to 10. Divide both sides by 2. Therefore, no, wait, not by 2. This will be 20a. Is 6 squared? Okay, let me just say this is 10. It's equals to a into 36 minus 16. That's 20a. It's equal to 10. Divide both sides by 20 to make a subject of the formula. So the value of a is 1 over 2. Then you can substitute that on the equation. The equation will be y is equal to 1 over 2. Inside the bracket, you'll have x squared minus 16. Please don't leave this thing out. Multiply out the bracket by that 1 over 2. So this will be 1 over 2x squared minus 1 over 2 times 16, that's 8. So this will be negative 8. Then this will be the equation. The equation is in the form of y is equal to ax squared plus q. So q is minus 8, a is 1 over 2. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
So you are not given the turning point. You are given the x-intercept. This is the formula that you use. Are you sure you are following?
Yes, sir.
Because we still have other two types to discuss. Already we are on type 2. So let's do another example, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's do another example. On another example, let's say that this is what we are given here. This is minus 1. This is 4. And then any other given point. Let's say that we have minus 3 and minus 5. So remember, since we are given the x-intercept and since we are given the x-intercept, we use the formula x minus the first root, the second root. Then we do the substitution. It's a into x minus the first root. This is r1, and this will be your r2, meaning your r1, that's minus 1. Please don't forget, put it inside the bracket. Ne? Then
Yes.
the other side will be x minus 4. Okay, then y will be a into minus times minus 1, that's positive. And then this is x minus 4. You're going to multiply out the bracket using the FOIL method. It's gonna be x times x, that's x squared. X times minus 4, that's minus 4x. You do the same, this times this, that will be negative, what is this? That will be negative x, and then this times this, that will give us minus 4. Right, so I'm going to say this will be a into x squared minus 5x minus 4. Right. And then from there, where there's a, okay, now what we're going to do, you can just find, what is this? You can just find the value of a. You can just find the value of a. But now, since we created this, this is not from the textbook. I just created this now, so I'm just gonna leave it like this because you can see this is different from what we were currently working on. It won't give us this form. You see? So I'm just gonna leave it like this. The only thing I wanted you to pay attention on is the substitution and multiplying out the bracket, okay?
Yes.
So you'll see the one that you get in an exam, it should give you something like this. You won't have like 3 terms like this. You won't have this term here. You won't have this term. Let's say we don't get this, then you'll have something like x squared minus 4. Then you're going to multiply. You find the value of a. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, it's fine. So if we choose to continue with this one, what we're going to do, we can definitely find the value of a. We can definitely find the value of a, but it's fine. Let's go to the next type. Okay, this is this has to do with okay. I mean, these were the only 2 types, right?
Yes.
Yeah, these were the only 2 types. You know what I'm thinking? Let me just pause this.